Hey everybody, Akash here back again. Another video for you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all keeping safe. Um, Going to be another collection um, from a band I really like. Most of the albums I've heard, the latter albums, I still have to give some love. I was listening to their last album today actually. So, but before we get into that, in the background, Swedish hard rock, heavy metal, stoner metal, depending on where you're from or what you're not where you're from, but how you classify it. This is Spiritual Beggars Ad Astra from 2000. So the band in question is Iced Earth. The American power metal, as I said. Whose vocals here? Gene Adams. Sorry, Gene Adams. Gene Adams on vocals. This is the Slave to the Dark reissues that came out in 2008. Basically vinyl replicas of the entire Century Media run. So that's what I'm showing. So yeah, Iced Earth. Great tracks, his title track, Colors, Solitude. Let's see. Next we have favorite album cover. Damn, such a great album cover. 93 Storm Rider. Storm Rider. If I can get a t-shirt of this, I will. This was when 1981. Who's on vocals? It is yeah, John Greeley on vocals. This has, of course, I mean, this is the first album I heard from them. The introduction to basically Iced Earth, Hearing Angels, Holocaust. Of course, the title track, Storm Rider. But Path I Choose, Desert Rain, Pure Evil, Traveling Stygian. God, killer tracks. Can't go wrong with this album. If you want a album to get into Iced Earth, this is it. I can't recommend anything better than that. Then we have Burnt Offerings. This is when John Barlow came in. Sorry, Matt Barlow. Yeah, Matt Barlow on vocals. Honestly, not my favorite album, so I can't give any good highlight tracks from this. Then we have Dark Saga, concept album based all about Spawn. So you all know Spawn was created by Todd McFarlane. Was it for Image Comics? Can't remember, but yeah. Oh wait, trying to remember if it was Storm Rider or if it was this album when I first heard them. My introduction to the band. I think it's Storm Rider, but I mean, I remember this album I remember listening to this around the same time. Bad and Bones introduced me to this. I loved it, still love it. The tracks, Die For You, The Hunter, Vengeance Is Mine. Yep, favorite tracks. Then they came out with a best of, but with re-recorded vocals by Matt Barlow. Re-recorded vocals of their earlier tracks on their first two albums. Some parts it does a good job, good or better job. But you know, so, they're comparable. I'll just say, but both versions of these songs are comparable. Stuff like Colors, Angel, Holocaust, Storm Rider. So yeah, there's a double disc, and I think there's a triple disc version to this as well. So that's the kind of these are very best of collection. And we have Something Wicked This Way Comes. This came out in 1998. Burning Times, Melancholy, Disciples of the Lie, Watching Over Me, Consequences, Prophecy, all great tracks. Then their first live album, I'm aware of, this is a Live at Athens, triple disc of the Something Wicked tour. Good live album that I have not given enough time to. So around this time, this is when they ended their contract with Century Media, and they released no. It was almost the end. They released one more album with Century Media. So Century Media decided to do a box set called Dark Genesis, which I did have. It's missing anyway, but on that they released the EP Enter the Realm and a cover album called Tribute to the Gods. So basically that was released on Dark Saga, and then it was re-released for this box set, and then as a solo album, a single release. This is Enter the Realm of the Gods, double disc with the EP and the covers. The covers they did like Kiss, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Blue Oyster Cult, Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath. Then their last album for Century Media is Horror Show. I have two copies here. This will be the Slave to the Dark version, and then there's the normal Jewel Case version. There's another edition which has, I wonder if this has it, right? Nope, this doesn't have it. There's another edition which has a second disc, which is an interview disc with John Schaefer. Giving a history of the band and the recording of the album and stuff like that. I can't be too sure exactly what else is on it because it's been some years since I did it. So yeah, Horror Show, great album, concept album, somewhat, of all horror characters like Wolf, Damien, Jack the Ripper, the Mummy from Imhotep, the Mummy. You have Jekyll and Hyde, the Dragon's Child, which is basically Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein, Dracula, Phantom of the Opera, and then Transylvania, which is an Iron Maiden cover. But the one track that kind of sticks out is Ghost of Freedom, track 4. It's basically all about the Civil War, which they follow up hard on their next album. Excuse me. Which is Glorious Burden. This Matt Lauer left the band. He went to become a police officer after 9/11, and they got a new singer, Tim Owens, formerly of Judas Priest, who was replacement vocalist for Rob Halford in Judas Priest, and he came on to do vocals for the Glorious Burden. Double disc here. This has this basically is another concept based all about war. So you have Decoration Day, When the Eagle Cries, Reckoning, Green Face, Attila, Red Baron, Blue Max. This is the Reckoning single. I actually love this album. I really like it. Then another best of. This is. Excuse me, I get tired of sleeping. Wow, I'm sorry to see you guys yawn. For you guys to see me yawn. This is the Blessed and the Damned double disc of their stuff from the beginning up until this point. Um, I highly recommend it as well. Then, whoops, we have Freeman Armageddon, Something Wicked Part 1. This came out in 2007, before, also from Glorious Burden. They left Century Media and they started to release their work on Steam Hammer. So, SPV Steam Hammer. So this is yeah, Freeman Armageddon with Tim on vocals. Here we have a couple of things from the Box of the Wicked, which I have up there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put all on. Yeah, Box of the Wicked. But this box has alright, a couple things here that that are supposed to be in this box that I have on the shelf. I have as individual CDs. So all these are part of the Box of the Wicked. We have Overture of the Wicked single. So Box of the Wicked comprises of Freeman Armageddon, Overture of the Wicked, Crucible of Man, Something Wicked Part 2. I believe Matt Barlow came back to do vocals for this album. I just want to verify. Yeah, he came back for this album. And then we have I Walk Among You, another single. All those are all part of Box of the Wicked, as you can see there. Then we have Dystopia. This is hang on. So apparently they went back to Century Media. I did not know that. I didn't even realize that. So this is a series from Century Media called 25 Alive. Right? And these are from 1988 to 2013, be 25 years. These are the bands, these are the albums that they did this series with, where they have a live version, a live CD with the album. So yeah, this is Dystopia, and I do believe Stu Block came in for vocals on this album. Yeah, and he's been with them since. So yeah, Dystopia, Stu Block on vocals. Then we have Live and Ancient Curion, another live album. And this digi cardboard thing. Then we have Plagues of Babylon, 2014. This has a DVD. Not sure what's on the DVD. Like I said, these albums with Stu. Okay, the albums from after Glorious Burden, don't know much about. Really have to give them love. And then lastly, we have Incorruptible, which I was listening to today. Also in the Iced Earth family, we have Demons and Wizards. This is John Schaefer and Hansi Kirsch. Oh, I'm probably butchering his name. No, it's Hansi Kirsch from Blind Guardian. Another great power metal band. This is an excellent album. The hit single, not the hit single, but the single Fiddler in the Green is a great song. Then we have Touched by the Crimson King. This is their second release to Demons and Wizards. This has some bonus tracks on it. And then, as you saw in the last update, this is Demons and Wizards 3. And along with the Icehood family, we have Charred Walls of the Damned. This has Tim Owens on vocals. So yeah, that's my Icehood collection, Icehood / family collection. Really hope you all enjoy that one. You all have a safe weekend. Right, you all take care. Bye.